Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. I will try to combine three articles in this video, and let's start with the first one, and let's jump into it, straight into it, and keep moving back and forth, up and down. So this article comes from the New Voice of Ukraine, and we find that in the May of 28th of 2022, Zelensky refuses to accept anything but full EU membership for Ukraine. Well, he is in a position to, set terms, because he's winning somewhere. He doesn't understand, or he understands that he's backed up by the guys in across the Atlantic. That's why he's trying to say that he's not accepting but full membership for Ukraine. You're not in a position to negotiate, Zelensky, but he seems not to understand, or maybe he just has chutzpah, if you know what that is. That's a Jewish, just look for it. So, nevertheless, it's just he has such an arrogant view. Ukraine was a kind of pariah before this. On the international level, it was a very corrupt country. Its new democratic system came after a coup in 2014 when a democratic elected corrupt government, as this one probably, right, was overthrown with outside help. And he is just saying that, well, EU should accept us full membership on the fast track, if you know what I mean. So avoid rules and regulations, because why? You didn't prove anything to be accepted. Corruption, human rights, a functional economy, functional society, ravaged by war this time. What are you talking about? He lives in a dream world. But he has this, he can demand. But the problem is, will his demands be listened to, heard, or just say, I think it's going to be like more than, oh my God, Zelensky is talking. That's the first article. It's unbelievable. And he's got some backers, which is Boris Johnson, for instance, is one of them, the British Prime Minister. Uh, let's go to the next article. Next article, it comes from the New Voice of Ukraine from the same day, May 22nd, 28, 2022. And this is the title. Putin, and I'm quoting, not interested in talking to Zelensky, says Pentagon. So Mr. Putin can do the right thing right now, I'm quoting, by right now today, by pulling his forces out, by sitting down with Mr. Zelensky and the Ukrainians and negotiating some kind of good faith, Kirby said during the briefing for media. Well, that was the time, was 2014, remember? The Minsk agreements, that was the time. The signatures are over there and are dried out. So it's not like something that happened 25 seconds ago. All right, they didn't implement that. That bird flew, that train went, that ship sailed away. So stop being a Kirkby. What do you expect, Kirkby? Rook has his biography and see what Kirkby is able to. But he's higher than you and I. I bet he is. He has more power, more money, more influence than you and I, and he's doing what he's supposed to. Blah blah. What am I saying now? Okay, blah blah blah. What am I saying now? Okay, blah blah blah. There you have it. And then, but there, I'm quoting again. But there doesn't appear to be any hope for negotiation right now. You think? Mr. Putin has shown no interest in any kind of diplomatic path forward. He did, but you're not telling the truth here, Kirby, or you're ill-informed, uninformed, disinformed, stupid informed, whatever informed, not informed. He said, yeah, let's talk. We have these demands. Oh my God, but they don't like the demands, they're requirements. Well, quite the contrary. He has shown every interest in continuing to prosecute the war in the Donbass. Yeah, he will do that. I guarantee you that. And then he didn't take away Ukrainian sovereignty, quite the contrary. As a matter of fact, I think he's reinforced for the Ukrainian people how important their independence really is, and you can see them fighting for it every day, not just soldiers, but individual citizens. Man, I'm sick of this kind of demagogues talking in generalities and beautiful words with no meaning. I'm not saying the Ukrainians are not fighting, but if the Ukrainians one day will find out that actually, probably, possibly, they were just, the pinpoint of something else that's behind them, and they realized, I don't want to say that they were, used or anything like that, but some other interests profited out of all this, and maybe they were part of the whole situation created. I don't think they would like it. But nevertheless, Putin doesn't want to negotiate. No, the negotiation is done. You're going to negotiate, you're going to come with 4 demands that we have. That's why the whole thing. Stop killing the Russian nationals in the east of Ukraine with your tanks, which it happened from 2014 until 2022. That's a fact. I'm not saying that, oh my God, I just woke up and say, oh, well, I think they're doing that. That's first thing. Second one, you have to recognize those independent republics now as the Russians invaded because you didn't agree with the Minsk agreements, which said something else. You have to agree to some autonomy. You have to agree with to hold fair and elections and blah, blah, blah. They didn't do that. Denazified? Well, whatever denazification means. And neutral state. No nuclear weapons, no NATO, no EU membership. Bye-bye. You're too close to my doorstep. And I have security concerns. As you have, you and you. So I have it too. So back off. How about that? Oh my God, no. And then the third article that I have here is, let me see, which one was it? I got too many here. My God. The one that is former Ukrainian president stopped at Polish border on way to NATO meeting in Lithuania. Lithuania, oh my God. So we have here that Poroshenko is a member of the official delegation of the country's parliament to the NATO Parliamentary Assembly. Irina Garashchenko, an MP with Poroshenko's party, European Solidarity. My God, what cheesy names just to get sentimental support. There's just, pathos, not, logos. Oh, European Solidarity, we're with you, but we're not by our actions. Wrote on Telegram that Parliament Chairman Ruslan Stefanchuk had approved the list of MPs to attend the meeting in Vilnius on Ukrainians' behalf. However, tonight, I'm quoting, however, tonight Poroshenko wasn't allowed to cross the border. Garashchenko said there were no explanations. The border guards at the Rava-Ruska cross point were saying something about a fake or cancelled document about Poroshenko's participation in a NATO meeting. Through all of the MPs, including from the Servant of the People's Party or from the Opposition Party for Life, Platform for Life, are able to leave the country without any problems. So she added that European solidarity considers this incident to be an according direct order from the authorities who are continuing their war against Poroshenko. Oh, I thought that Ukrainians and Poles we're like brothers. Remember that song? I think it's Iron Maiden, isn't it? We're like brothers. Well, it's not like brothers because I know how things are ran over there. Poles don't like Ukrainians. Ukrainians don't like Poles. Russians don't like Poles. Poles don't like Russians. Romanians don't like Hungarians. Hungarians don't like Romanians. Romanians don't like Serbs. Serbs don't like Romanians. Hungarians don't like Poles. Poles don't like Germans. Germans don't like Poles. Dutch don't like Germans. Germans don't like Dutch. French don't like Germans. Germans don't like French, and Brits don't like anybody. There you go. So thank you very much. I give you the whole history of who's loving and who's not anybody. And if you don't believe me, well, what can I do? I'm gonna make a 5-minute video again We can check someone in the past and tell you who likes and who doesn't like based on historical events and national conscience, because some people have a lot of territorial disputes with other people, other countries, and they will never, ever, 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 ever forget. Like, for instance, Mexico will never forget the 5 states, I guess, United States just through the U.S.-Mexican War. How about that? And remember when it was the 1912? No, when it was 1912, yeah, with Canada and Great Britain against the United States. Benjamin Franklin said, "Hey, why don't we take the whole Canada? Why do we leave them, as they are?" So, please spare me. Thank you very much for being with me again. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.